What's going on, everyone? So you guys have been emailing me, inboxing me, DMing me about this particular fragrance that we're about to talk about today. In fact, I have already reviewed for you the first formulation, I think about 6 months or 7 months ago, back in April. And I've also talked about the second formulation, in which I actually talked about it with Jeremy himself. But today I'm going to give you guys my full-fledged review on Office for Men, and this is actually the third and quote-unquote final formulation of this particular fragrance with the dark bottle. So if you guys want to hear all about this one, stick around, it's coming up next. Welcome back to another video. I'm Forti. If you like to smell great, you love to make a great first impression, smelling good is definitely a good way to start. Today we're talking about the newest, or the third formulation, 2019 release from Jeremy Fragrance, a YouTube reviewer just like myself. This is Office for Men from his company called Fragrance.One, which actually has a new one right now called Date for Men. Let's see how the final composition compares with the other first and second formulation of this particular fragrance. Quick side note before we get into the fragrance, you cannot find this at discounters. You're not going to find this even at a general store. If you're looking to get a bottle of Office for Men or any of Jeremy fragrances, you actually have to go to his website, which I'll have the link below. I believe this particular fragrance retails for $179, $180, give or take. And oftentimes there are discount codes which you can buy one, get one free automatically, or 50% off, or 30% off, what have you. I'm not really in tune with what discounts they're running, but I know oftentimes there are discounts with this particular brand. So link below, guys, if you want to check it out. Feel free to do so. Office for Men is classified as a woody aromatic fragrance, and the nose behind this particular creation is none other than master perfumer Alberto Maria's. So here's the deal. I've tried all three formulations, and a quick assessment, if I was to give you guys a quick assessment of what I think about Office for Men, the fragrance is a citrus aromatic fragrance that is very mass appealing and inviting. The fragrance also has a very sharp note of ambroxan that is felt throughout the life of this fragrance. It is also a little bit floral, and it has a very nice woodsy dry down. That's the summary of this particular fragrance, of the scent profile or the character. However, the long version is basically the fragrance is going to open up with this amazing citrus blast of bergamot. So if you like the note of bergamot, it's going to be very predominant and very in your face. It's going to be a sweet, juicy, fruity bergamot that's also sharp. Office for Men also has a very predominant floral aspect to the scent as you get into the heart. There's a beautiful note of jasmine in here, as well as iris root. So basically, if you like Prada L'Homme, which I know Jeremy is a huge fan of, there's definitely going to be a little bit of that scent profile that's going to be present in this particular fragrance. That clean, very nice orris butter. It is very, very present in this particular fragrance, along with that jasmine. As you get into the dry down, again, that ambroxan, sweet ambroxan with that bergamot will dance throughout the whole life of the scent. It is definitely the signature here and the character of this particular fragrance. Some woodsy components, I think they call it intense wood notes or whatever, will play a role, giving the scent a very nice, masculine, woodsy dry down. I mean, the whole room smells like it right now, and it smells really good at that. And the scent also has a dry patchouli note along with a white musk that adds a nice touch of sensuality to the fragrance. If you're familiar with mass appealing blue scents out there, or even fragrances like Creed Aventus Cologne, the newest one, there's definitely going to be some components and characteristics of this fragrance that are very reminiscent of the fragrances I just talked about. So it's going to be mass appealing, it's going to be inviting and extremely pleasant. There's no question about that. It's also a very long lasting fragrance. I get 2 to 3 hours strong projection with this fragrance with just about 2 to 3 sprays. It lasts 8 to 10 hours on my skin. If I spray my clothes, it's 12 plus. So as far as performance goes, the scent profile here is going to be incredible. No problems with performance. Is this like an end-all, be-all office scent? Not really. I think there's a lot of great office fragrances like the ones I just talked about, Aventus Cologne, Bleu de Chanel. I don't have to go over all the different ones, but there are a ton of great office, mass appealing, and crowd-pleasing fragrances that are very conducive of the office environment, just like this one. Now, if you ask me, hey Max, would you prefer to wear Office for Men as opposed to the other fragrances that you talked about? Perhaps I would rather take the 180, from this one fragrance and buy like 3 or 4 fragrances and have like a bigger wardrobe of fragrances. But this is a very nice scent, guys. You want to try, I think it definitely warrants you to try. I think when you compare this with the other mass appealing scents, one thing that this has going for is this performs like a beast. So if you like the scent character of Office for Men and you love the performance here, it's definitely worth trying, especially taking advantage of the promotions, buy one, get one, which I think is going on right now. I think it's a great proposition because you're going to be paying about $90 for the fragrance, give or take, which is right around the mark of a Dior Sauvage, for instance. So all in all, when you factor all these little things in, I think it's a great scent for the office or for someone who's looking for a nice, mass appealing signature scent. But it's not an end-all be-all Office men's fragrance for sure. There's a ton of great options. This is just another one of them. Now let me compare this particular one, the third version, to the other two. The first one without the cap, the clear squared bottle, is going to be very floral. That one is the most floral of the three. It definitely has a sharp floral note. Could be the jasmine with the ambroxan combination. Maybe it's a little amped up on that one. Definitely the sharpest on my skin. I do like it. It lasts a long time, but it is not my favorite because I'm not really into floral scents. The second one, which is just like this one, except for it's the clear bottle, it's actually very smooth. I think it's the smoother, probably creamiest of the three, which I liked a lot. And this one here perhaps is the sharpest when it comes to that bergamot that I talked about. It's really bright, really in your face, really fizzy, almost sparkly bergamot that you get with the opening here, which is really attention grabbing. So if you like the note of bergamot, if you like ambroxan scents, I think this is a little bit toned down with the ambroxan. It's very well balanced and well blended. So it is very smooth. I really enjoy this one. I think it's the best blended right now of the three. So all in all, comparing all Office men's, I think the third one here is definitely the best installment of the three. When it comes to seasons, I think this is definitely great for spring and summer and perhaps early fall. You can rock this all year round. It is versatile enough that you could definitely wear this as a perfect signature scent. There's no question about that. Ages, I think this is for anyone that appreciates citrus aromatic, playful, citrus aromatic type scents. So Alberto Murilla's, the nose behind this is definitely a master when it comes to mass appealing scents, and this one here is no different. You can dress this up or dress down, basically what I'm wearing today, a full-fledged suit or even a polo shirt or a casual white t-shirt and jeans will do fine. I think you're gonna smell great, there's no question about it. It is a very mass appealing and even compliment inducing fragrance, I have to say, guys. And I'm sure you've seen videos out there on YouTube with people actually putting this to the test. One thing I need to tell you guys for sure, this is a compliment magnet. When it comes to a good fragrance that is mass appealing, very citrus, very inviting, Office for Men is very conducive of compliments. You're gonna smell clean, you're gonna smell crisp, fresh, and ladies are gonna like the way you smell. Take my word for it, guys. Put this to the test. Even if you don't want to get a bottle, perhaps find a decant of this stuff, wear it, and definitely going to see that this is definitely conducive of compliments. My final thoughts on Office for Man from Fragrance.One. As I said to you guys before with the first review and the second review, this is a very nice, mass appealing scent, period. Take that with a grain of salt. I think the most important thing here for you guys is to definitely, number one, if you trust my taste, if you have a taste similar to mine, you know that I do enjoy the fragrance. I don't love the scent, but when it comes to a nice citrus aromatic fragrance that is long lasting, this one here definitely gets the job done, no questions asked. I think the best way to really understand this fragrance is actually, with every fragrance, is actually to try the fragrance on your skin and see how you like it. So how about I make that easier for you guys? I'm gonna do a giveaway of a brand new Office for Man for all of you guys. This is Continental US only. All you have to do, guys, check out the description. I'm gonna have all details for this giveaway. Follow the steps, and good luck to all. In about a week's time, I'll come back to this video and post the winner at the top. I'm gonna pin that comment to the top. All you guys have to do is get in touch with me, and I'll ship your bottle straight to your door. As always, this is your time to let me know what your thoughts are on Office for Men. Do you have the first, the second, or this formulation? Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on this particular fragrance, on Fragrance.One, the whole line. If you've tried Date for Men, because I think it's out and it's been shipped already. So maybe if you guys have actually tried Date for Men, I'm very curious to try it myself. At any rate, let me know your thoughts on Office for Man and other fragrances from Jeremy. And if you're looking for something else from other occasions of fragrances that you'd like Jeremy to put out, please let me know what occasions you guys would like to see Jeremy fragrances, future releases to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. As always, remember, fragrance is emotion in motion. So wear what truly moves you. I'll see you again in the next one.